That tune means it's time for our fingers to take a walk. And in this song, each finger will have its own special walk. Thumb will move slowly along like a fat little pig. Pointer will go hop, hop, hoppeting, and each of the other fingers will have their own special walk.
Hi everybody, this is Bunkai is here, and I am here to give you my review for One Piece episode 583. And this episode was mainly revolved around Nami's relationship with the children, the giant children that they encountered from last week's episode. And overall, it was a good episode to develop Nami's character, because we'd rarely or basically never seen her show her actual maternal or motherly side before until this episode. So it was really great development for her to show that okay, she's not just as she seems. She's definitely have a whole lot more to her, and that's understandable, seeing how her background was, and seeing that she has a family now with the Straw Hats. So let us begin. So this episode was mainly centered around Sanji's group, who were in the biscuit room, as they called it, with the children, and Sanji, Nami, Brook, and Sanji, Nami, Frankie, and Chopper had encountered the children. Now, in this episode, it started off with funny moments where the children noticed them, and they were making special fun of them, saying that Frankie, since he was a robot, the little boys got crazy over him, and especially when Frankie started to show off and whatnot, typical Frankie. And then we have Chopper, who was cute and everything, and appeased the girls like he was a little doll or something. So they surrounded him and played with him. Yup. And they even started to make fun of Sanji's eyebrow, his swirly eyebrow. Yeah, those were some nice like comedy. What do you expect from One Piece? Then it came to the point where the guys in the suits started to come after the Straw Hats. They arrived in the biscuit room, and then they discovered them, and the Straw Hats had to take off as soon as possible. But during this moment, the children had noticed all this. That then they noticed that they actually came from the outside, and overall it led up to a point where the children were desperate and asking them for help, and asking them to save them from the place, that they weren't sick anymore, that they want to see their parents. They were crying and all that, and they were chasing after the Straw Hats every moment that they were trying to escape. And during that escaping scene, Nami started to look back constantly, and you could see that emotionally she really didn't want to leave those kids behind. She stopped like one or two times before the final time, and she said that she couldn't do it, and the big girl asked her, promised that she'd come back, and the big girl said something to her where it just caused Nami to tell Sanji and the rest to stop running, even though the others were telling them that they didn't know what was going on, they didn't know what was happening and everything. They didn't sorry, they didn't know what to expect from the children. They thought that the children were in a better place, saying that this was supposed to be some daycare for them or hospital, since they said they were sick. So, you know. They didn't want to take any chances with the kids, but Nami, she couldn't hold back on actually caring about them. But before I proceed into that, let me cut back to the side where Luffy, Robin, Zoro, and Usopp were on, and they were basically gonna crossed the lake. It wasn't that long a scene with them. It was just Usopp mainly showing off his new ability, where he was able to create a new plant that produced fans, and another plant that turned into a banana boat. Basically, that's it. And while they were crossing across the lake, but the funny scene before that was that Luffy and Robin were imagining swimming on Zoro and Usopp's back, and Usopp said, "Nope, that can't work," and it's a good thing because the lake would definitely not permit that. But while they were crossing the lake, the centaur that they beat up from the previous episode came back and blew a horn to alert the other side of them going to that side. And on that side, you saw a huge shadow of their boss apparently, and then you saw a lot of other minions across them. So you can see that that's going to turn out to be something very interesting. But that didn't really last long. Now cutting back to where Nami, Sanji, Chopper, and Frankie were running away from the guys in the suits. Nami was being emotionally held back to the point where she just couldn't go anymore, and she said that no, she's gonna stay and protect the children, and she wants to get the children out of there. And she had to take some time to convince Sanji, but then when it came to the part when the guys caught up to them and were just about to fire their guns at them, not even caring if they hit the children, Sanji went the heck in. Sanji went in. He went Super Saiyan, and this is where the episode picked up dramatically after the slow scenes of them running away and everything. It picked up dramatically with it, especially the animation for Sanji's it was like, it wasn't even a full transformation per se, it was just him going to Diablo Jam, but the way they overhyped it, it was awesome. I love that. He flew into the air, and then he went down there and he lazed the guy with Diablo Jamba right there. And I said that no, that poor guy. When I saw this in the manga at first, I said, oh god, that guy got roasted. And the anime did it justice as well. Very good. Very good. Same with Frankie as well. Frankie came the heck in when he launched his strong right against another one of the guys in the suits, and it blasted him all the way through the wall. And I was like, oh shit, Frankie, damn Frankie, that's what I'm talking about. If we can just see more of that throughout this entire arc, then that's what, or throughout the new world, then we can definitely say, yeah, Frankie and this scene with Frankie and Sanji, where they're saying they're gonna work together while Chopper and Nami take the kids away. Oh, that was a very good scene. So overall, I say that this was a great episode, but technically it wasn't that much that happened. It was mainly set up for things to come. So my rating will have to be like 3.5 out of 5. It was great for Nami's development and to show how her maternal instincts managed to activate after being beckoned by all those children and all that. So I say that, yeah, great episode of One Piece once again. So this is my review. I'm bringing out the other reviews later on, so take care and I'll see you later. Peace everything.